EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at newly named State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Okay, ready? 70 Lions.
Smith going to go to the air first play. Throw out wide to Walker. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
70 Lions.
From the 30 on second down, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. To the air again, Smith. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 47 yards. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Again, he finds Moore. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out. And he fires one that's intercepted. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Mike 57. Here we go, G. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7-7, our score after one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to Conner here on 1st. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Murray. He'll get this to Conner underneath. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, it's Conner. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
On 100.
57. It's our field. It's our field.
And this is caught. He hits more. He will have the conversion and more than that. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 28 yards. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
On 1st down, it's Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
79 Broncos.
Check 13.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Again, Smith. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Gino. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. From the red zone now, Smith. An out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing on first down is Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Throwing now is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, here we go.
They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Oh, look at that. What a catch by Moore. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray, escaping the pressure right. That's complete right around the 8. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, tight. 57's the mic. Who you got? 57. Quick talk.
A final shot before half for Murray, eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz. As time expires in the first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here into the hands of Moore. On the move past the 40. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. But, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, We didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Cody Barton there to bring him down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today. And 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's it, baby.
Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Let him know.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. Throw left side complete. That's Connor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now Murray off play action. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Defense all day. 56 the mic, boys. 56.
Murray a give. This is Connor. And I think the ball's out. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Flushed out right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Walker now on 1st and 10. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Penny up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They set up the screen to Penny. Touchdown! Rashad Penny from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2.
And now the kick is blocked. The Cardinals pick it up. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And all the way into the end zone. And that's 2 points. Well, very often you can point to one play being the difference in a game, Charles, and this might very well be the one right there.
And an extra point is supposed to be simple, but when you don't protect well and that breaks down, it becomes that much harder, and that costs them.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Murray now. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum. He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Watch Twiz. Watch Twiz.
Hey, hold on.
Check hot route.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Buying time to his left. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
Come on.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Trap 50, trap 60.
Smith now to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time. And two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Now Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And Walker has it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. Brett Maher has this one teed up, and we are underway here at AT&T Stadium. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Smith. Steps away to his left. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Smith. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Okay,
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Check 24, check 24. Shoot, watch the shoot.
A carry here for the big tight end. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Come on, QB, come on. Shift. Check nickel. Big.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just 3 yards shy of the end zone.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Elliott going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Geno down a throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Geno. This is the tight end Fant. He's got room at the 30. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield?
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Sliding out of the pocket, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Smith. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready? Liking 18.
You ain't going nowhere. Check. Crunch. 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 Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch out.
We're going to 53.
Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Prescott to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's Pollard again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They'll run for it with Pollard. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Check 41. And let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check 3.
Now Gino on 1st down. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's our time. Mike 56.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide eight. We own them. We own them.
They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
56. Blue down, blue down. Kill.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Gonna run again here with Pollard. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go.
Now Prescott on 4th down.
Come again.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Okay, break.
Switch up.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On 1st down, Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Dragon 60.
Smith.
Check 55, Mike. Here we go. Let's bring it.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Marquise Goodwin, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there, blocked the extra point, and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been two after they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 69 yards. And the Cowboys strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Marr now to add the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
19 tight.
From the 36, Smith. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
It's caught. Lockett. He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself. A little bit of a desperation play.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
70, Timberwolves.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. Flushed out right. Goodwin able to haul it in. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
I got it. Switch.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. On the ground with a tight end, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Let's go.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go. Hey, switch gears.
They will go to 53.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. 50.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
10th carry now for Elliott. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down. 57's the Mike. 57's the mic.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Flush to his right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's got some space here. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks' 14-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Every time. 56 the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Here we go.
56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Go. Get out there.
56. Mike's 56.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Kill.
Mike 56.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
This is it.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Ready.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Panther 60.
Now it's Smith. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Ready.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Warriors, 70.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike.
He's back to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 30. 10. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a wild finish to this one. A chance to win the game with a field goal. That goes up in smoke with a block. And in fact, it even turns into 6 points the other way.
And for such a critical kick, the blocking has to be better. Brandon, that reminds me of a game that you called. Became famous, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Florida State,
That's
Georgia
right.
Tech, right? Didn't you have something similar?
Yep, a block kick return late. Unbelievable. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One last throw here for Smith. Dancing to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. That was an excellent